Ah, hello everyone, I'm Neverdot. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Chinese New Year. Now this past 2 weeks I've been doing a different Chinese zodiac animal. There's 12 and I've done the dog and the rat and the cat and the pig, and each animal has an element. There's 5 elements: fire, wood, water, metal, earth. Yeah, earth. Each element is paired with an animal. It rotates over the years. Takes about 60 years to get back to the original animal. That's pretty cool. Now, each one that I did was for the previous 12 years, ending on this year, 2017. So I started off from, I think, the fire dog, and it wound up on the fire rooster. So this year is the fire rooster, 2017. Happy Chinese New Year, everyone. Now, in my research, I found something very interesting. I read the story of why the animals were what they were and in what order they were. And an interesting fact is that there's actually 13 animals. 13? Well, what's the 13th one? It's the 13th one is an animal that did not make it onto the calendar because it was a bit too late. The cat. The cat is a friend of the rat, and they used to live together, but the rat either betrayed the cat or was just a bit careless and didn't wake it up. So it missed and slept in, because cats are very sleepy, as we know. And also it's possible that the rat pushed the cat into the water, and we know cats hate water. So either way, the cat hates the rat now because it missed its chance to get into the heavenly gates, which is the story. They all had to make a race, cross a river, get to the heavenly gates on time. The order they arrived is the order they show up on the calendar. Now, because the cat didn't get in, the cat doesn't get an element. So we're going to do a void cat. Let's go. So we've already prepared the void cat's general frame, the characters. On the side it says something like resist or protest, and because he's protesting the Jade Emperor, sticking him off the calendar. Got the traditional character for cat, and this one's going to be a more serious looking cat with more realistic shaping, because the whole series is more realistic using real animals, except for maybe the pig. He was too cute. I mean, it's okay. The tail's a bit wrong because cat tails are not that long. And this one looks like a monkey's tail. So this is all wrong. Just get rid of it. Make another tail on the ground. That looks more like a proper cat because cats don't use that much energy to hold their tail up like that. They don't wag their tails like dogs. Cat will have some strokes on its fur. Stripes. Yeah, stripes. And we're going to do the inking now. Get the little eyes. We do have the cute round eyes. That's got to be a thing. We can't do perfectly round cat's eyes. It's ridiculous. Get the fatter arms in there because cats, you know, they're puffy and warm and soft and cuddly. Soft kitty, warm kitty. Wait, don't sing that. All right. Now I do have a little problem with the foot, which I will be correcting in a second because the foot looks a little bit too flat, two-dimensional. I'm going to fix it, make it look more 3D. Yeah, here we go. Pull it in. And I, shear it down, and then eventually it looks like it's too small, like a grape. Okay, let's erase that completely and give up. Oh, we'll try it again. Make it more angular, though. Okay, good. There, angular. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to make it more spacey, because this is a void cat, the darkness of space. So we're going to fill it with blue. Blue's kind of what you see at nighttime. Things could go into that spectrum range. And we're going to fill up all little white pixels, because those hang around and look like a disease. We're now going to give it a bit more detail. It should have some stripes on its fur, just to give it some texture. And of course the mouth has a different area of color, just to give it some idea of shape. And the body of the cat, though, is going to be like black space. Now the black space, we're using a dark blue. And we're going to put some stars in there. We don't use jet black because we need to be able to see the shape of things. You wouldn't see the legs if it was all pitch black. I tried putting in differently colored stars thinking that was a great idea. It's not. So pure white stars is how we're going to go. Put some bigger ones in there. That looks kind of cool. Actually, that looks pretty neat. And we're going to give it little glassy eyes, and we're about done. Right? Oh, wait, no. We want cats to have more intense eyes because cats have a very specific cat's eye. Now, I need to make a custom pupil with my brush here. So I'm just doing that, making my own. There we go. Now that's creepy. And I can't keep the eyes looking like that. That looks terrifying. We're going to give it a different color, more yellowy and green. But we also need to sort of get rid of that white glare, move it around a bit. But we need to darken the eye because it can't be like that. Crop off that bit. Just do it now. Bing. There we go. And yeah, now we got the glassy, and now it looks more presentable because it was terrifying a little bit ago. Nobody has such bright eyes. Whiten up the whiskers because they're not supposed to be pitch black. Whiskers are not like that. They're more see-through. And we just need to shade it now. It almost looked shaded to begin with, but it's not. So the shading is just another layer on top to darken it. It's using a dark gray. And we're going to see why we didn't use pitch black on the body for space, because we need to know where the body is. If it was pitch black, these shadows wouldn't be possible. You can't shade black, but you can shade dark gray. And that's really how you draw pitch black things in art. You have to go with a dark gray. So there is the sense of a light and a dark. Because if you just go straight for pitch black, even if it is pitch black, there is going to be some difference. There's very few or no objects in the real world that are capable of being pitch black, short of a black hole, which this cat is not made of, because he wouldn't be able to hold anything. It would get sucked in. So we'll just put in the shadow, and there we go. That is the Void Cat, the cat of resistance. Because, he didn't get his ear. And we notice the year is 4715, which is the year from a Chinese perspective. And this is the Chinese calendar, so maybe we should recognize that year. And this cat is defiantly going to just claim every single year, because, hey, that's what it wants to do. I hope you guys like the Void Cat we drew this week. It was a lot of fun to draw and an interesting take on the Chinese zodiac animals. It would be cool if the cat was actually on the calendar, so I could say I was born in the year of the cat. I wasn't. I was born in the year of the dragon. That's a pretty awesome animal. Actually, nothing to complain about. Also, right now, by the time this goes live, it will be Chinese New Year's officially everywhere. In China, they're ahead of us, about 12 to 13 hours. In China, they celebrate Chinese New Year's on the eve. So happy Chinese New Year to everyone. Happy Year of the Fire Rooster. Go check it out on my website, neverdot.com, and my various social media platforms. Thank you very much for being with me. Happy Chinese New Year again. Eat some dumplings. I guess you could eat chicken, that's fitting. Or not. And also, happy Year of the Cat. It could be any year, even 4715. Until next time, see ya. Now you know why dogs are always happy and cats are always looking like they've got an attitude. They have a reason. Hope everybody has a wonderful Chinese New Year. Please spend it with family and friends, or your book, if you really like your book and it's about Chinese stuff. Most books aren't. Like Harry Potter. It's not even a little bit like Chinese stuff. I don't know why you're reading it. It's not Harry Potter Day. Come on. See you next time.